Swinging across on ropes, your company boards the Stormcaller and a fierce battle ensues. Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Line Unbroken, my progression-style playthrough series of the Lord of the Rings living card game. I'm playing the second quest from the Dream Chaser cycle, Thing in the Depths. So, this rules card is blank for some reason. I think I want to take mulligans on these hands. Well, I think I want to take a mulligan on this hand, looking for the Steward of Gondor, basically. So, mulligan, there we go, Steward of Gondor. And over here, of course, I have Galdor of the Havens, so rather than taking a normal mulligan, I can discard cards from my hand and then draw an equal number of cards. Of course, I have Elven Light here, which is good. I'm going to discard this Guardian of Rivendell and Elven Light and draw 2 cards. So the Sea to the Sea is great. Okay, encounter setup. Build the encounter deck using only the Stormcaller and Corsair Raiders encounter sets. Setting the Thing in the Depths and the Stormcaller Elite encounter sets aside out of play. Search the encounter deck for Helm of the Stormcaller and 1 copy of Umbar Raider and add them to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck. So, Helm of the Stormcaller. 2 threat, 1 quest point. Immune to player card effects. Helm of the Stormcaller gets +1 quest point for each resource token on a Raider enemy in play. Forced, when Helm of the Stormcaller becomes the active location, add Captains Sahir and Nasir to the staging area from out of play, enemy side face up. I'm just going to put them over here and these over here, just so they're out of the way. Captain on the quest card. Captain Sahir and Nasir gain Indestructible. Forced, at the end of the round, if Captain Sahir and Nasir are not in play, add 1 resource to each of them. Progress cannot be placed on this stage unless Helm of the Stormcaller is in the victory display. So, let's Control N. Okay. So, well, first up, I'm going to discard the Evening Star to Arwen's ability to add a resource to a Noldor Heroes resource pool. That being Elra here. Now I can play Gather Information. I can play Steward of Gondor. And exhaust it to get the resources back. I can play We Are Not Idle to draw a card. Okay, Sneak Attack Gandalf, that's good. I will play Cram onto Elra here. And now over here, let's see. Getting that Silver Harp into play would be good. So would To the Sea to the Sea. And potentially using it for an ally. So, yeah, I think in this instance, I play To the Sea to the Sea, and I pull Elven Light back to my hand, draw a card, and I exhaust To the Sea to the Sea, discard Elven Light, and pay 1 for an Imladris Caregiver. Now, there is 4 threat in the staging area. I am obviously questing to gather information. And, well, let's think about this. Obviously, I'm questing with all of this deck for 3, 5, 7, 8. I could just Sneak Attack Gandalf right now. I think let's do that. Sneak Attack Gandalf. Draw 3 cards. Okay. An extra 4. So I'm questing for 12. And we reveal Corsair Infiltrator. And Hold Steady. When revealed, exhaust each character with 1 defense or less. All characters with 1 defense or less are questing, so that treachery does nothing. I've added 2 threat, I make 6 progress, I explore Gather Information. So, search the deck. I think a Gondorian Shield is the next important thing for me to grab. And over here, what do I want over here? Just something that gives willpower. I think Light of Valinor could be a reasonable choice. Gandalf comes back to my hand. I do not want to travel to the Helm of the Stormcaller yet, as I would then have to deal with Sahir and Nasir. I will optionally engage one of these, and the other one will engage me naturally. So, this guy, his force is after the engaged player collects resources, and this one is after he attacks. Yeah, okay. So, Elrahir will defend and ready himself with a resource. He takes no damage, and this guy steals Aragorn's resource. Elrahir will now defend. Again, exhaust a character you control. Damn. Okay. I guess I will exhaust Aragorn. Now, I discard Cram to ready Elrahir. So I can now attack for 5. Aragorn is giving these enemies -1 defense, so I can kill either of them with this 5 attack. The original plan was to use Elrahir, Elladan and Aragorn to kill one of them, and then ready Elladan with his ability and ready Elrahir with the Cram to kill the other, so I would have a clear board state immediately. But obviously I can't do that now. I guess I'm losing another resource either way. This guy will get more shadow cards, this guy just gets more attack after he attacks. I'm going to kill this one. Now I could spend a resource from Elladan to ready him and attack again, dealing 2 damage because of the defense debuff from Aragorn, but I think I would rather just save the resource. So Control N. Oh, and I add resources to Sahir and Nasir, because they are not in play. Okay. So next up. Silverharp. Actually, I'm going to put it on Nasir. And then use it with Arwen's ability. Pulling back the card I discard to add the resource to Arwen. Then I'm going to put Light of Valinor onto Elrahir, so he quests without exhausting. Exhaust to the sea, discarding my second Elven Light, and paying 1 for a Master of the Forge, who I will then exhaust to search for attachments, another Silverharp. Over here, top priority is to put the Gondorian shield onto Elrahir, so he is now 5 defense. Getting him Elven Mail would also be good. Getting Dagger of Westerness into play would be good. Play this Errand Rider. And I think I will play the Dagger of Westerness. And leave it at that. So, questing. 2 threat in the staging area. I can't make progress. 3, 5, 7, 8, 10. Raid Leader and Umbar Raider. Well, that adds 5 threat, so I would make 3 progress, but I can't make progress until I get rid of the Helm of the Stormcaller. I don't have to engage the Raid Leader, which means I probably just leave him there forever. I do need to engage the Umbar Raider, so I will engage him here. Now we deal shadow cards. So, Elrahir will defend and ready. If the defending character has 0 defense, discard it, otherwise the defending character gets -2 defense for this attack. Just for this attack, it doesn't last for the rest of the phase, so that's okay. So Elver here is back down to 3 defense, so he takes 1 damage. And I lose a resource. And Elver here defends this one. Attacking enemy gets +2 attack. So he's attacking for 5. As I mentioned, this defense decrease only lasted for the 1 attack. So for this attack, he is back at 5 again. So that's fine. And there goes my other resource. Now I can attack for 4, 7. Which is enough to kill either of these. Obviously, I'll take the one with 2 resources. And now, actually, I could choose to engage the raid leader just to keep the threat out of the staging area. But given that at the moment I have no side quests, I think I'd rather just not have him attacking me. Of course, the ability on the raid leader, his forced effect is when he engages me, he steals resources from each of my heroes, so this would be a good time to engage him since I have no resources on my heroes. But I would still have to take the attacks in future rounds, so just leave it, Control N, add resources. If I ever forget to do this, obviously I can just check the turn counter and make sure that Sahir and Nasir have 1 less resource each than the number of rounds, but I'm trying to keep up with it. Okay, so Master of the Forge again. There's my 3rd silver harp. Okay. So let's play the Elven Male. And let's play Ranger Summons. Shuffling one of these Rangers of the North into the encounter deck and removing Ranger Summons from the game. And then I think I will move a resource like this. Over here, yeah, let's get down another silver harp. And I might actually want Arwen's ability to send a resource over here. So, well, let's see. I think I have most of the important stuff for this deck, so Heed the Dream is not as necessary as it otherwise might be. So yeah, okay. Exhaust to the sea. Discarding 2 cards and paying 1 for this Guardian of Rivendell. As an additional cost to play Guardian of Rivendell from your hand, you must discard 2 cards from your hand. Actually, I could ditch the 3rd silver harp, it's less necessary. Just in case I want Heed the Dream later. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. So there we go. Now there is 5 threat in the staging area. Quest for 3, 5, 7, 8, 10. And we reveal Cargo Hold and Battle Hardened. Place 1 resource on each raider enemy in play. Each engaged non-ship enemy makes an immediate attack. If there are no engaged non-ship enemies, Battle Hardened gains Surge. Well, there are, so it does not. The Arnor raider makes an attack. Yeah, I haven't actually used Arwen's ability yet. So I guess I will defend with Elra here and ready him with a resource. He takes no damage, but this guy steals a resource from Eladan. And that's it. I've added 2 threat to the staging area, that's fine. Travel to the cargo hold. I still don't want to engage the raid leader. This guy's now attacking for 6. But still, Elra here defends for 5. Discard an attachment you control. It might have to be Light of Valinor. I mean, well, I do have a spare Steward of Gondor in my hand, so... You know, it's costly to replace, but I can replace it, so I guess I do that. He takes 1 damage. And now I attack for 7. And kill this guy. I still have Arwen's ability available. If I want to just discard Heed the Dream. So yeah, let's discard Heed the Dream and add a resource to Elra here, since he's going to need to play Steward of Gondor again. Control N. More resources for Sahir and Nasir. Master of the Forge will find me an Ancient Matham. And okay, so... Well, let's see. I can, by discarding 2 cards, put this Elven Jeweler into play. Pull Elven Light back to my hand. And to the sea, Elven Light, Sailor of Loon. Oh no, wait, sorry, I should have... Let me take that back. Pull the Elven Light. Oh right, yes, this is before I discard the Elven Light. Discard Elven Light to add a resource to Arwen. Pull it back to my hand. Then use to the sea to discard it. And play the Sailor of Loon. Over here, of course, I just play Steward of Gondor again. And I guess I could play this Envoy of Pelargir as well. Play the Envoy, add the resource back to Elra here. 5 threat in the staging area. Quest for 2, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13. And we reveal Quarterdeck and Lombard Raider. 6 threat added. I am making 2 progress, which does explore the cargo hold. Okay, it's getting towards the point where I can potentially consider travelling to the helm of the Stormcaller and dealing with Sahir and Nasir. Let's see. Sahir attacks for 6. Nasir will attack the first time for 5. I do potentially have healing available. Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to pay 1 for Follow Me. Draw a card and become first player with this deck. And then I'm going to travel to the helm of the Stormcaller, which adds Sahir and Nasir to the staging area. But they don't stay there very long because Captain Sahir engages the first player. Oh, sorry, I also play this Elrond's Council. And Nasir engages the last player. This deck, of course, also will be engaging the Umbar Raider. Of course, Nasir, when Nasir engages, you discard each event in your hand, add 1 resource to Nasir for each event discarded in this way. That's why I made sure to play the Elrond's Council and the Follow Me. So, okay. Shadow cards. Now, this guy is going to steal a resource. If I still have resources when he attacks me. I'm going to move a resource from Eldon to Elrahir. Elrahir will defend against Captain Sahir. If the attacking enemy is a raider, place 2 resources on it. Okay, but his resources don't change his attack value. So that's not an issue. He attacks for 6, I defend for 5, I take 1 damage, and after Captain Sahir attacks, place 2 resource tokens on him. Now, Elrahir defends this guy and readies with a resource. Attacking enemy gets +2 attack, that's 5 against 5, not a problem, and I have no resource for him to steal. Elrahir is a sentinel because of Elven Mail, so he will defend against Nasir. Until the end of the phase, attacking enemy gets +2 defense. That's not a problem. So, when Nasir attacks or defends, she gets +1 attack and +1 defense for this attack for each resource on her. After this attack, discard 1 resource from her. So she's 5 attack, which is fine. I have 5 defense, and then I discard a resource. Now, Sahir only has 1 defense. Of course, the Helm of the Stormcaller gets +1 quest point for each resource token on a raider enemy in place, so it would be useful if I could get rid of these resources. That might be more valuable than just killing this guy. So I can attack for 4, 7, 8. Which is exactly enough to remove all of Sahir's resources. Over here, Nasir's ability, the Forced effect, will remove a resource from her. I don't need to actually be able to do damage with the attack, so I can attack with this Guardian of Rivendell. She gets +2 defense, and then I discard a resource from her. Discard the shadow cards. Since Sahir and Nasir are in play, they no longer gain resources automatically. They swap sides. And Control N. Okay, so let's see. Master of the Forge. No attachments in there. I could just use these Ancient Mathams to put the Elven Jeweler into play, and then draw 6 for Galdor. I mean, the main reason for the Ancient Mathams is to help this deck draw a bit better, but it's doing reasonably, so let's do that. I discard both Ancient Mathams to put the Elven Jeweler into play. Then I trigger Galdor's limit once per game ability to draw 6. 4, 5, 6, and let's play Daeron's Runes. Let's draw 2, Discard to the C. And again, discard the Master of the Forge. Play double back, though I'm certainly not doing it this round. I can do that for the third Elven Jeweler. And okay, I will pull Elven Light back to my hand and discard it for to the C to play the second Imladris Caregiver. I want to keep a resource for a test of will. Oh, that was all out of sequence, but it doesn't make much difference. Over here I play Arnor onto Eladan and that's it. Yeah, I'm going to pull Elven Light back to my hand to draw a card, and then discard Elven Light to add a resource to Arwen, so I have the resource for Test of Will. Okay, there is 7 threat in the staging area, and I want to clear the quest stage. Helm of the Stormcaller has 3 quest points, because there's 1 resource on Nasir and 1 on the raid leader. So I need to make 7 progress. So let's see, I quest for 2, 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 17. 18. I have a test of will available. It's not great. I'm going to send Aragorn on the quest for an extra 2. So we reveal the Forecastle deck. Things I learned from Gilbert and Sullivan, although this is spelled Forecastle, it is pronounced Forecastle. And the weather deck. Okay, that's 5 threat added to the staging area. So yes, sending Aragorn was the correct choice, as it turns out. I now make 8 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This goes to the victory display. Technically this goes to the victory display before I actually put the progress here, which is why I'm allowed to. This was specifically ruled upon when this quest was new, and I advanced the quest. Sahir and Nasir prove to be worthy adversaries, but before you can finish the fight, the entire ship starts to shudder and shake violently. The battle stops as both parties look about, startled. All of a sudden, tentacle arms burst forth from all around the Stormcaller, grabbing a hold of the deck and the masts, punching through the hull of the ship. Deadly spiked arms lash about at friend and foe alike, and the entire ship creaks, slowly crushed by the arms of a giant sea beast. The Corsairs lock eyes with you, and you nod in a silent truce. When revealed, flip Captain Sahir and Nasir to their objective sides, removing all tokens from them. Search the encounter deck, discard pile, and all play areas for each encounter card from the Corsair Raiders encounter set, and remove each of those cards from the game. Add the thing in the depths to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter discard pile and the previously set aside the thing in the depths encounter set into the encounter deck, advanced to stage 3. So these guys are also going away, which is why I wasn't concerned about killing them. I'll just put the thing in the depths up there now. And okay, not much left in the encounter deck, but the discard pile will have some raiders, also battle hardened. It's easy to keep track of what the things you have to remove are. It's just all of the enemies and the 2 copies of battle hardened. So let's just stick these in the victory display to have them out of the way. And this is the thing in the depths encounter set, so just move all to encounter deck and shuffle the discard pile in as well. and advance to stage 3. With your fleet too far to assist, you must help the Corsairs defend the Stormcaller from destruction, or else you will surely join them at the bottom of the ocean. When revealed, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until X tentacle enemies are discarded, where X is one more than the number of players in the game. Resolve the grapple keyword on each of those enemies. So I need 3 tentacles. Well, that's 1. Two, 3. Okay, and the grapple keyword. So, here we have grapple lowest printed quest points. So the lowest printed quest points is tied between the weather deck and the quarter deck. I'm going to put it on the weather deck. This one is highest printed quest points. So that's the forecastle deck. And this one is highest printed threat, which is the quarter deck. That is how the grapple keyword works. Each grapple keyword has something in parentheses, which tells you which location it should attach to. Each tentacle attached to a location increases the threat of that location by 2. During the travel phase, the players may travel to a location in the staging area even if another location is currently active. If they do, return the currently active location to the staging area. This is important, because traveling to a location detaches the tentacles from it. At the end of the round, if the total threat of any one ship location is 9 or higher, the Stormcaller is destroyed and the players lose the game. When the thing in the depths is destroyed, the players win the game. So that's also a thing. The quarter deck right now is 6 threat. So if it were to get 2 more tentacles on it, it would have 10 threat, which is more than 9. So then I would have to deal with that immediately, otherwise I lose the game because the thing in the depths destroys the ship that I'm standing on. So the thing in the depths, 2, 5, undefined 8, immune to player card effects, cannot be engaged. The thing in the depths gets +3 hit points per player. Forced when a creature enemy is destroyed, deal damage to the thing in the depths equal to that enemy's threat. So, I want to travel to the weather deck because while weather deck is in the staging area, each other deck location in play gains travel. Each player must exhaust a character he controls to travel here. So, traveling here will make it easier for me to travel everywhere else. So this detaches the giant arm, which gets +2 attack when attacking allies. That's not a problem. So I will engage the giant arm here. Now let's see. It will take, with the debuff from Aragorn, 6 attack to take down the giant arm, which is fine. I have 6 between Eladan and Nasir. Meanwhile, over here, so action. Spend 1 resource from a hero you control to place 1 resource on Captain Sahir, limit once per round. Captain Sahir gets +1 willpower and +1 attack for each resource on him, max +6. So let's transfer a resource from Galdor, and then let's pull Elven Light back to my hand, draw a card. And then let's Darren's Runes, discard the Master of the Forge, and then I think I'm going to discard Glorfindel and Elven Light to an Imladris Caregiver to heal 2 damage from Elrahir. Now, Elrahir will defend this. After this attack, either put Giant Arm into play, engage with you and deal it a shadow card, or resolve its grapple keyword. The grapple keyword on it is lowest printed quest points, so that would be the quarter deck again. Unfortunately, of course, I didn't ready Elra here after declaring him as a defender. Otherwise, this would be a no-brainer. I'd just put it into play engaged with me, and Elra here would just defend again. As it is, I think I still put it into play engaged with me. Deal a shadow card. Elra here takes no damage from that giant arm, and I'm just going to throw my Errand Rider under the bus. Okay. Errand Rider is dead. So now I'm going to transfer a resource from Elra here to Nasia. And now I attack for 6 and kill a giant arm, which is 1 threat, so 1 damage to the thing in the depths. And I will trigger Arod to place 1 progress on the quarterdeck. Control N. Sahir and Nasia swap sides again. I will use my Master of the Forge. Grab Asphalloth. Okay, and exhaust Steward. Play We're Not Idle to draw a card. Ranger summons, so I'll play that. Shuffle another Ranger of the North into the encounter deck. Now let's see, Gandalf might be useful. Current threat in the staging area is 2, 8, 13. I could do with some more willpower. So, I mean, Gandalf is expensive, obviously, but I think worth it. And I will draw 3 cards. Over here, let's see. I might want Arwen's ability for Elra here or Eladan. So I think I will save it for the moment. But let's see, I can use To the Sea to the Sea and a Silver Harp to play this Sailor of Loon. Actually, no, do I want to do that? Okay, I pull Elven Light back to my hand and draw a card. Okay, that's 1, 2. Yeah, okay, so yeah, actually, so discarding 1, 2. Have I used any tests of will yet? No, so I have a 3rd one coming up at some point. Oh wait, I still need a resource for test of will. Unless I am willing to just use Arwen's ability now. Okay. No, I do need to still have a resource, so okay. Arwen's ability. Then I can discard 1, 2, 3. could just ditch Lindir. Or I could ditch one of my tests of will. Okay. Discarding 1, 2, 3, 4, and paying 1 for Glorfindel. Because Glorfindel can be played from your discard pile. So, okay. Like I said, 13 threat. I'm questing double back, of course. So let's see. 1, 3, 6, 8, 10, 13, 15, 17, 20, 24, 26. Okay, Ranger of the North. So the Ranger of the North has Surge, which triggers Landwind. I did shuffle the encounter deck, didn't I? Yep, shuffles encounter. It just happened to shuffle the Ranger straight back to the top. So now, Landwin. After an encounter card with Surge is revealed, either ready Landwin or give her +2 willpower until the end of the phase. I'm going to ready her, and I will choose this deck to take control of the Ranger. And either deal 2 damage to an enemy or place 2 progress on a location. I think I may want to just put 2 progress on the quarter deck, which will explore it, reducing the threat in the staging area. I'll have to deal with this grasping arm, but I should be able to manage that. So now the threat in the staging area is 2, 4, 9. But I still have 2 cards of staging. Okay, Eye of the Beast. Surge. Landwind is +2 willpower now. Still 2 cards of staging. Grasping Arm. Grapple. Highest printed threat, which obviously will be here. And from the depths. When revealed, discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Resolve the grapple keyword on each enemy discarded by this effect. I'm going to play a test of will on that, because I have rather too many enemies at this point. So, I am questing for 28 against 2, 4, 11, 13. So I make 15 progress exploring the weather deck and double back. Lower each deck's threat by 5. So, okay, the Forecastle deck is still only at 7 threat, which is okay. If I travel to it, then these enemies will be ungrappled and I would have to deal with them. So I don't really want to do that. Instead, I think I just deal with the 2 enemies that I have. Actually, I could put one of them here. The Guardian of Rivendell could defend. Yeah, let's do that. So, okay, Eye of the Beast cannot attack. While Eye of the Beast is engaged with a player, the thing in the depths attacks that player during the combat phase. Deal and resolve a shadow card for this attack. So, actually, this shadow card should be here. Maybe they should be the other way around. It doesn't really matter. Elrahir will defend, and ready. No damage. And Elrahir will defend. After this attack, either put Giant Arm into play, engage with you and deal it a shadow card, or resolve its grapple keyword. Well, I think I will have to put it into play, engage with me, and deal it a shadow card. And, okay, it's attacking for 4, it gets +2 attack when attacking allies. I guess I'll take it on Aragorn. Until the end of the phase it gets +2 defense. Now, over here, when Grasping Arm attacks, the engaged player must exhaust a character he controls. I exhaust Nasir. If this attack is undefended, it is not. So that's 1 damage to the Guardian of Rivendell. Now, attacking. 4 attack from Elladan, 2 from the Ranger of the North, 3 from Lanwin. Aragorn's ability applies here. So it would take 6 attack, or 9 attack, or 6 attack. This is just 4, but actually I could do that, because the Ranger is ranged. So I could have Lanwin and the Ranger kill the Grasping Arm, and Elladan just do 4 damage. Unfortunately, Elladan can't deal damage to the Eye of the Beast by himself. Otherwise, I might consider doing that. Just do 1 damage to the Eye of the Beast, and then next round I could kill it with Gandalf. I suppose if that's a consideration, yeah. Okay, let's just attack 4, 6, 9. Kill the Eye of the Beast, dealing 2 damage to the thing in the depths. Gandalf is discarded at the end of the round. Control N. Swap over Sahir and Nasir. Feint is good. Sneak attack would be better. Master of the Forge does not find me anything useful. Oh, I could have triggered Arod after making that kill, so I'll do that. Okay. Asphalloth is a reasonable idea. I could think also about Heed the Dream. Yeah, we're going to do Heed the Dream. So this deck searches top 5 cards. I guess I'm just going to take We're Not Idle. And then I'm going to pay the 3 extra resources and grab a sneak attack. Shuffle my deck. Now we use Arwen's ability to add a resource to Elra here so that I can play that sneak attack. And I'll just play the We Are Not Idle. Ranger summons will have to wait. Okay, so to the Sea to the Sea, Silver Harp, pay 1, Sailor of Loon. Yeah, probably better to have the Feint. Okay. So, 9 threat in the staging area. Quest for 2. 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 18, 21, and reveal. Crushing arm, well, there's only one location available. So now I have to do something about this location, otherwise I lose. Very much so. That's my staging. So this is 11 threat now. That's 13 threat total. There's no use to me making progress here. But okay, so we travel. After you travel to forecastle deck, search the encounter deck and discard pile for an enemy and reveal it. Well, as if I didn't have enough enemies already. I think a giant arm is going to be the best choice, so let's just spread these out. These two are the same. After crushing arm is detached from a location, it makes an immediate attack against the first player. So let's defend this one with the Guardian of Rivendell. Okay. Now, let's see. These ones will not engage this deck, so I think I'll just let them turn up here. Let's see. I don't know how much difference it's going to make. But I guess... Well, I want more enemies here, so sure, we'll have an optional for... Oh no, wait, this doesn't work this way. So if this deck optionally engages something, then natural engagements go like this. Okay, that is a lot of enemies. Only one shadow card, that's a thing. That is nice. Okay, when Grasping Arm attacks, the engaged player must exhaust a character he controls. That's a problem. So let's see, I'm going to pull Elven Light back to my hand and discard it before the combat phase to ready Glorfindel. So, also, okay, sneak attack, Gandalf. Deal 4 damage to the Grasping Arm that has a shadow card. So that's another 2 damage to the thing in the depths, which, no, plus 3 hit points per player, so it has a total of 14. Okay. It's going to be difficult for me to get up to 14, but I can try. I think avoiding losing actions is going to be significant. So I will feint the Grasping Arm. Now, okay, I have a lot of defenses to cover. This would be attacking for 6 if I defend it with an ally. So here would not be smart. I could just kill Glorfindel. I can play him again from my discard pile later if need be. That's an option. Or I could keep him and Sahir up to take out this Grasping Arm later. Over here we have a 3 attack. I might even be able to take that undefended. I can defend something with Nasir. Over here, Gandalf. Jump with the Envoy. At the end of the combat phase, if Thrashing Arm is engaged with you, deal 3 damage to a character you control. That character could be Gandalf. So yeah, this guy doesn't attack. It would be useful if... Okay, so let's see if I can make this work out. So, defending for 5, Sentinel, Giant Arm is done. Now we come over here. So, Gandalf can defend against a Thrashing Arm. Takes 1 damage. Let's kill my Envoy against the other Thrashing Arm. Two 4 attacks that get more attack when attacking allies. And a 3 attack. Okay, so 3 attack undefended. Maybe 4 attack undefended. And 4 attack defended by Nasir. Paying a resource to give her +2 defense, but it gets +2 attack when attacking allies, so she takes 2 damage. Okay. Attack for 5. To kill a Grasping Arm. Dealing 2 damage to the thing. Gonna keep boosting Sahir. Now, let's see. Eladan attacks for 4 with the Dagger of Westerness. So that doesn't kill anything by itself, but him plus the range with the north. Makes 6. And so I could do a 6 and a 7. Seems reasonable. So 6. Dealing 1 damage to the thing. And I guess I'll use Arod. These threat tokens are no longer a factor. And then him and Aragorn. 3 damage to the thing. If I can just kill this Thrashing Arm, then I win. It's certainly interesting. I could trigger Aragorn at this point to engage this Giant Arm, but I don't think I want to do that. At the end of the combat phase, if Thrashing Arm is engaged with you, deal 3 damage to a character you control. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill Gandalf. I was thinking, obviously, if Gandalf survived to the end of actually, technically, he might actually be back in my hand by the time this triggers. Also, yeah, I'm going to... I don't need Asphalth. I'm going to use Asphalth with an Imladris Caregiver and also the other Imladris caregiver to heal, I guess. One off Aragorn and one off Elra here. Aragorn can take the 3 damage. Because the thing is, Gandalf returning to my hand is a passive effect from the sneak attack. And this is a forced effect at the end of the combat phase. Passive happens before forced, so he can't take the damage. Control N. Okay, let's use the Master of the Forge. Nothing. Okay, Steward of Gondor. Now, okay, I'm going to play Heed the Dream. Again, so this deck search is top 5. There is my last sneak attack. Just a point, I'm doing this in the resource phase. And now I am not going to trigger the second part of Heed the Dream, but still during the resource phase, I'm going to sneak attack Gandalf and deal 4 damage to this Thrashing Arm. He returns to my hand, and now it is the planning phase. So, I am going to pay 2 to pull these 2 Elven Lights back to my hand, drawing 2 cards. Now I have these 2 Imladris caregivers, so I can heal a total of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I discard this to add a resource over here. And then I pay 5 for Gandalf, dealing another 4 damage to the Thrashing Arm, which is destroyed, dealing 3 damage to the thing in the depths, which is now dead, because 3 hit points per player, 2 player, 6, plus the base 8, 14. It has 14 damage. Goes to the victory display. And I win the quest. So that was a bit interesting. I'm going to have to just double check that I got the rules right for all the stuff with the grapple keyword, because I didn't actually look it up before doing this. I think I remember it. But I'll go check it, and if not, I'll have to re-record this with correct rules. But that worked out pretty well. The whole Ranger of the North Lanwin thing didn't really work out particularly, but interestingly, there's not a lot of Surge in this quest, but this is where Lanwin was released, so not a great pairing. Yeah, never got to do the Evening Star, it was never really needed. Noldor thing obviously was working out pretty well. Heed the Dream, of course, is a great card. Yeah. Eladon and Elra here, still pretty fun. Follow Me. Didn't turn out to be that significant, but it possibly could have done. Captain's Wisdom I never drew. That was a shame. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this. Next up, of course, is Temple of the Deceived. If you enjoyed this, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.